Hey kiddos, time for the daily bread. Marching towards the end of Genesis here, and today Joseph is explaining why he will not retaliate against his brothers now that his father has passed on. So let's hear today's tract. Davy Tract 893, Genesis chapter 50, verse 20 through 21. You devised evil against me, but God turned it into good, so that he might exalt me, just as you presently discern, and so that he might bring about the salvation of many peoples. Do not be afraid. I will pasture you and your little ones. And he consoled them, and he spoke mildly and leniently. Kids, so as I hinted at in the last few tracks, Joseph he's not angry anymore about what happened. There's not hatred in his heart. He understands now what he went through, the trials that he's went through was all for a bigger purpose. God's purpose, right? If he wouldn't have went to Egypt when that famine came, they would have likely died, right? Because remember, the brothers had to go to Egypt where they had everything in the storehouses because Joseph was able to see visions from God and know what would happen, right? He interpreted the Pharaoh's dream, right? There would be 7 years of goodness and then 7 years of famine. Without Joseph being there, he would never be able to interpret the dream of Pharaoh. Pharaoh would have never been able to collect everything in storehouses over those good 7 years. And then everyone would be perishing because of Joseph not being there, able to consult the Pharaoh on what to do. So that's what Joseph is explaining to his brothers. Look, I understand what you did was wrong. And yeah, I could probably be mad about it, but look at all the good that has come from it, right? It's God's will that it turned into. And I think that happens a lot in life where people say, God, how could you do this to me? How could you let this happen? But, you know, when you look back over your life, it starts to, you start to see God's will always prevailing. Not always, right? Sometimes people are doing not so good things and it doesn't turn into good, right? But, you know, sometimes things that you see as a struggle really turns into a blessing later on. God bless. I love you.